My name is Chuck McCall, and I was senior pastor of New Life Fellowship of Churches from 1997 until 2006. And I prepared this video presentation in my office here at my house, doing it by myself, as you're going to notice me standing and sitting and coming and kind of awkward. But anyway, it's not quite professional, but it's personal. And so I've made this specifically for you who are a member of a short-term team who's interested or have already made plans to come to Cambodia, or a short-term or long-term staff. And the purpose of this video is to help make your visit to Cambodia successful and safe. And so I want to share with you a little bit about who we are and a little bit about our history. First, we're a church. We're a Christian church. And we believe in reaching those who don't know Jesus Christ in Cambodia. But we are a Christian church who does humanitarian work, and we'll be talking about that in later videos. The church was established in 1993 by Pastor Eric Dooley. Eric was a missionary to Indonesia, church planter, planted several churches in Indonesia and Singapore. And in 1993, he came to Cambodia and he began the work here with nothing. And so what you're going to see today is a vast ministry. It started with nothing in 1993 by a man who had a passion and a man who had a vision and a man who was committed to making disciples and transforming a nation. And I came to visit in 1994 twice, and I moved my family to Cambodia in April of 1995, my wife and 4 children. And in 1997, Pastor Eric left and moved on to Vietnam and to continue his church planting work there. And I became the senior minister at that time. And I served until 2006, as I said. But in 2004, we made a shift. The things were growing in every way. And I just felt like the Lord spoke to me to appoint my oldest son, Jesse, who had married a Cambodian woman by that time, to be the senior pastor of the Phnom Penh church. So the church was about 400 at that time. Jesse became the senior pastor of the Phnom Penh church, and I oversaw all of our provincial churches. We had about 30 provincial churches at that time, and we had a lot of developmental and humanitarian work that was going on. And so I oversaw that part of the ministry, and Jesse oversaw the local church in Phnom Penh. In 2006, my wife and I and 3 of my children left Cambodia, and Jesse became the senior minister of New Life Fellowship of Churches in Cambodia. And he and his Cambodian staff have been leading the way since that time. The church now ministers to about 1,500 people throughout a week. That would include a midweek service, a Saturday night youth meeting, and at this time, 4 services on Sunday morning, soon to be going to 5 services in 3 different locations in Phnom Penh. We have a children's ministry. That ministers to about 1,000 children in Phnom Penh throughout the week. And we have men's and women's dormitories where young people come and stay in the big city and seeking their fame and fortune. And we have everything that a real church would have, because we are a real church. We're a vibrant, Spirit-filled, life-giving church that is here in Phnom Penh. We planted about 60 churches, bona fide churches, in provincial villages in 14 different provinces, and we're touching probably about 180 villages, because a provincial church will start cell groups in surrounding villages. And so that's the characteristic of New Life Fellowship at this time. We have a Children at Risk ministry, we have a healthcare ministry, we have a healing homes ministry. I've mentioned that we have provincial churches, we have community development that does micro-enterprise and digs wells, provides pure water, and a vast array of different kinds of ministries in Cambodia. If you're interested in coming here, you would have already received a team leader document. And it's very important that you fill out that team leader document and email it back to teams@nlfcambodia.org so we can get the dates of your team or your visit on the calendar. And whether you're coming as an individual or if you're coming as just a small group or a larger group, we need to have that document to get it onto our church calendar, because our church calendar is full and there are dozens and dozens of teams that are wanting to come to Cambodia. And so we want to get you on the calendar. Another important document that we've sent you is a team member profile. We want to know the characteristics of the members of your team. We want to know what their education background is, what their skills are, what their hobbies are, because we want to strategically use you. We may have a need here that you're not aware of. Maybe your team is coming to do a particular ministry, but we discover that you have somebody on your team that has a particular skill, gift, hobby, or background that we could really use. And so it's these team member profiles that we sort through, and we're able to move you to do what you want to do, satisfy your desire, but also we might be able to glean something from your team that you don't know that you have to satisfy some of our needs. And so in this brief video that I've introduced you to the history of New Life Fellowship of Churches Cambodia, a little bit about who we are and what we're doing, and in the next videos I'm going to be sharing with you some guidelines that will help your trip be successful and safe.